Now that you've gotten your Launchpad working in Soundtrap and you've gotten familiar with how to record, it's time to do your actual assignment. So the assignment is called ST number 2, Drum Tracks in Real Time. It's very important, as always, that you click on the link to go to this assignment in Soundtrap. So when you get here, click on the link. And when Soundtrap loads up, the first thing you want to do always is come up to the title and make sure you get your name and at least your initial in there so you know what this is and I know what it is. So again, you're going to put your name, not my name. So here's the assignment. Over here on the left, there are 8 tracks. There's an empty drum track and a bass track. So what you're going to do, or the scenario is this. You're in a band, and the bass player in the band has come up with some bass lines for some songs for your first album. Your job as the drummer is you are going to create and record some drum tracks to go with the bass tracks he's provided. So the next thing you want to do is come up here and turn on your cycle bar, and let's resize that for 4 bars, which means it's going to stop at 5. And then I'm going to come down and zoom in a bit. And next, I want to hit the solo buttons for the drum track 1 and bass track number 1. So the first step in doing this is to just listen to the bass line. And as you're listening, you want to begin to get a sense of where the beat is. Now, if you can't pick up on where the beat is, you can always go down to the bottom and turn the metronome on. I know it's just out of sight a little bit, but I'm just going to turn it on. And as you're listening, you can just start with one sound. Like I might do the snare. So that's always a good place to start. So once you play along a little bit, and I want to record just the snare. So I got my playhead set, and I'm going to hit the record circle at the bottom and wait for the count in. It's the red circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as I'm listening to that, now I can think about what kind of kick I want to go with that. Okay, I think I got an idea of what I want to do with the kick. So I'm going to reset that, hit my record key. Let's see what that sounds like. So once I get an idea for the hi-hat, I'm going to come back and add in my hi-hat line. So I came up with this other little sound I think I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. So I've added some sounds in. Now, if you record something like that last thing I just recorded, if I put that in and I didn't like it, I can always use this back arrow. And if I do back, it'll take that entire new sound out. Now I can adjust my volumes a little bit. Now the other thing I'd say about this is I don't know that I really like that sound. So if I click on this little picture, it'll bring up my presets. And as this plays, I can try some different preset sounds. So I can go through that until I settle on a sound that I like. We'll just go back to this 80s. Okay, so we get the first one done. So after you get a drum track recorded for the first bass track, the next thing you want to do is turn these solo buttons off and then come down to drum track 2 and bass track 2. Again, the first thing to do is just listen to the bass. Now that is really kind of I'll make sure that I have the track selected that I want to use. So to get the sound that I want, I think I like that clap. So I'm going to put that in for my snare on 2 and 4. So again, I want to make sure I have this track selected, the red R box is clicked, and then I'm going to click on the red circle at the bottom to record my snare. All right. Now I got to come up with a kick to put with that. Okay, I think I'm just going to put a kick just at the beginning of each bar. Okay, this is going to be kind of silly, but I like it. I think I'll add this next. Now, if you notice, if you hear that little extra sound that snuck in, now I can get rid of that if I go to the piano roll. And you can see there's that little extra sound. And I'm just going to click on it and hit the delete key. Yeah, I think I like that little sound, so I'm going to add that in. And then I think I'm going to put one more sound in. I think that's kind of cool, or at least it's kind of funny. So anyway, and you're just going to continue the process. And again, you want to use at least a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat sound. And that last one, I didn't really even have a hi-hat sound. I kind of used that little blip kind of sound as my hi-hat. But don't be afraid to be creative. All right, so once you do that, then again, it's important to make sure you click on the track header to get on the drum track you're recording and listen to the bass. This sounds very kind of EDM to me, so I'm going to see if I can find something that would work well. You know, the sound of the drum that you choose to use is often just as important as the rhythms that you put on it. Let's see what this sounds like. Almost. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. So I'm just going to have this kick drum on every beat. And then I'm just going to put my snare on top of that on 2 and 4. What? All right, if it's there, I can use it. Let's give it a shot. Oh. Okay, I want to do that over. So let me do it again. up again. Anytime you mess up, you can always stop and undo it. I'm just using that back arrow to undo. I like that kind of sprinkler, kind of trappy sound. Okay, and then there's just one more. So, yeah, hopefully you have the hang of it. And again, oh, that's kind of just almost a straight up kind of rock and roll kind of feel. But in any case, again, don't let the fact that you don't like the way it sounds keep you from like doing anything. So again, if you don't like it, you can always like delete it and do it again. Or if you don't like the sound of the preset, then change the sound of the preset. But even if you can't get it exactly the way you want it, that's absolutely okay. Again, I'm grading the process, not the product. So I want to see that you demonstrate that you can create a drum track with at least 3 sounds, a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat, or something like that, and that you can record it in real time for 4 bars. So if you can do that, I'm not grading it on the quality of it. But once you get it recorded, if it doesn't sound good, I can show you some tricks and some tips where you can make it sound a lot better and a lot more professional. So get to work, and I look forward to hearing what you come up with.